Hello and welcome to this BASE-3 tutorial. I'm Henry and today we're going to be going through how to interpret and fill in your online training plan. Once I've written your program, I'll send you a link to a live Google Sheet. This Google Sheet is dynamically linked to my database, so you'll need internet and phone signal access to submit the data from the session. You'll also need to stay online as you're filling it out, so just keep your phone in its normal mode and it should be fine. The first thing to do once you've opened the link is zoom in to the correct size so it fills the screen as you can see on this tutorial now. You can see my cursor moving around and this is the main part of the program, and I've zoomed it to the right size so it filled my phone screen. It's designed so that it should be relatively easy to see on a phone screen. It's in portrait orientation. The next thing that you might notice is at the bottom here we've got a few different tabs. And a tab is basically a different sheet. So if I click on each one, you can see it opens up a new one. And these two, it's the first time I've opened it on this link, so they would need zooming to the right size. So I can quickly adjust that and get that to the right size. And the same for workout number 3. Okay, that's about right, that'll do. So that is, like I've just said, each tab, and each tab is a workout. So this person has got 3 workouts this week. Once you've zoomed it into the right size, each time you open this, each following week is already going to be the right size. Okay, so let's go back to workout 1. You can see at the top here we've got this drop down box and it says readiness to train next to it. And the first thing you do before your first session is you open that up and you can see it's going to bring up a list of 1 to 5. 1 being I'm absolutely knackered, I probably shouldn't be here, and 5 that I feel better than normal, I'm ready to go. And you just pick the one that matches how you feel at the time. So I've got 1 there, but actually I'm going to change that. Let's put on 4, better than normal. And that's important because I'm going to track those numbers on every workout every week, and I'm going to see if your performance matches up with those, or maybe if the training's too hard or too easy. How recovered you are is one of those indicators. So that's what you got to fill out. It's going to have the name of the person. This is Jen Blogs. And it's going to have the day of the workout. Now, normally, I'll have planned these sessions around specific days. And you can see here, it says Monday, and that's bright green because today is a Monday. If it's on the correct day, that's going to be bright green. If I go back out and I click on the second workout, you see Wednesday, there's no colour behind it. It's just the yellow of the BASE-3 logo is just behind it. And that's just a secondary indicator that you're on the right day. And the first box you've got here is your warm-up preparation exercises, the names of them here, and then how much to do of each one. Most of them will have an accompanying video. And what you would do is you would just go down, like I've got the cursor here, and click on that highlighted link, and it'll take you to a video of the exercise. So you can go down through it. It tells you how much to do of each one. You're only going to need those videos the first couple of times. Then, you know, you're going to know what you're doing. So then we have, I just scroll down here, your first exercise. The exercises follow the same layout all the way through. And we've got the name of the exercise first. Then on the left, we've got a box which generally has technique points or individual differences for people. So this one, for this person, is telling them to use a 12-inch box as a depth marker on their squats. They'll have had other information on how to do their squats, but this is specifically for this day. Do they use a belt? Yes. This phase 1 of 3, this is for me. You don't need to worry about this too much. This just helps me track where you are in your training. This bit here, rolling rest 3. I'll explain about different types of rest periods. You don't have to worry about that for right now. But that is saying 3 minutes rolling rest. Next to the rest is this bit which says warm-up calculator. And if we go and look at this first tab on the sheet, that is your warm-up calculator. I've got to zoom that to the right size. And on the warm-up calculator, you will write in the weight you're going to be doing. So let's put 100. And then it tells you your warm-up sets for that weight. So first one, bar times 10, 50 times 8, 70 times 5, 90 for 3, 95 for 1, and then you'd be on here, okay? You don't have to go by that if you're really comfortable working out your own warm-ups. But I know a lot of people like to be told what to do for warm-ups. They want to have it taken off their heads, and they can just follow it. And you can use that warm-up calculator tab for any exercise of the squat, bench, deadlift, anything you're using a reasonable amount of weight. If it's a plate loaded or a stack machine, you follow this principle here, which is 50% of the working weight. So let's say you were doing 50 kilos on a stack machine, you'd put 25 on for 6 reps, and then you'd put 35 on for 3 reps, and then up to 50 for 1 rep. Okay, so you just follow that. This one down here is for the major barbell exercises, the stuff that's heavier. But most of the things, accessory-wise, you can follow this one here. So we go back to that first workout. This bit down the left-hand side is going to be the bit that's pre-filled in. All right, so what set, number, what reps you do on that set, and how much weight you lift. Okay, you're having, this is the rest period between sets, and I've already filled this out here down the side. Done each one, and LR speed, that means the last rep speed. So using a rep 1 or other tether device, you fill this out, you put the speed of that last rep speed. You can see here it was nice and consistent, and then the 3 was a little bit slower. Okay, so that's what you'd fill out. If we go down, next exercise, bench press. Grip, normal, so whatever the person's normal width grip is on that. Pause at the top and bottom of each rep. 5 sets of 3 on 60 kilos. And now this is asking for first rep speed and last rep speed. So let's say the first rep speed was, let's have a look, let's put this in now, 0.35. Last rep speed was, let's say, 0.25. And that's what I've asked for on each one. And again, I'm using these numbers and tracking them week on week. So you want to be filling those out. You want to make sure you fill out every one of these boxes, which is coloured dark yellow on this side. So you'd fill out all of these side here, all of these ones here, and you go down to the next exercise. Partial pull downs, description, 10, 10, and then RIR1 is what I'm asking for rep-wise. Rest between sets 1.5 minutes. So you'd put on this bit here how many reps you've done. So let's say you've done 10, 10, and on this last one it's asking for reps. So you go until you've got 1 rep left, and let's say that this time this person did 14. And it's also asking how many reps did you have left at the end of each set. So on this one, I think they had 2. This one, they think they had 2. And this one, they think they had 1. Again, this is all useful information for me. How fatigued you feel. This is really common for someone to do 10, think they've got 2, and then manage 14 with 1 F. That type of thing is really common. Don't worry if your reps and reserve don't match. I want you to put what you feel at the time, not go back and try and predict what it was. Put how fatigued you felt at the time, how many reps from reserve there were. All this is data that's used by the algorithm and myself to program the following week's training. Got another exercise here, dumbbell full range of motion press, telling you what dumbbell to use. Again, you'd fit in the reps there. And then we've got banded external rotations. And again, you'd fill in reps from reserve. This one, there's a linking video, so it's just like before. You click on the video and it would bring it up here. And this would be someone demonstrating this exercise. Go back to the sheet. And that's day 1 complete. Okay, I get notified through the training system when each day's been done. So then after that, you just go onto the next tab. Tab number 2. This person's due to do it on the Wednesday, and you go through the same process again. You get to the end of the week when all 3 are done. All the data are automatically submitted to me. I analyse it, build the next week for you, and then it starts again. There's a fourth sheet at the bottom here, and that says summary. Now, not everyone is going to have this sheet on. Don't worry if you don't. This is more for the people who are doing competitions or performance work. And this is a real-time tracker of your performance on the main movements, what your average speeds were, how you performed, and it shows the current week compared to the previous week. And that's all automatically generated by the system. But I'll do a separate video that goes into more detail on that. Hopefully that's given you a good look into the program and how to fill it in. If there are any problems, just WhatsApp me. As I always say, I'm only a WhatsApp away. But I think you'll find after 1 or 2 sessions, it'll all become pretty intuitive and easy to follow. Okay, good luck with your training.